This is Rod Nordland, a New York Times correspondent in Kabul, Afghanistan. The last couple days have been extremely cold. It's really the first real cold snap we've had, this severe anyway, with temperatures below freezing for hours on end and snow on the ground. And those are the conditions that last year started leading to deaths among the most vulnerable, which were the young children. In the end, more than 100 children died in the camps last winter. So we're going basically to see if there's any concern this could happen again. And I expect not, but you don't know unless you go and take a look. So. Last year, a lot of aid groups started sending blankets and coats and everything. What happened to that?
کفایت نمیکنه فامیلی از یکی است یک فامیل 16 نفر و 18 نفر و 20 نفر تا میرسه.
That wasn't enough, he says.
یک کمبل تو کمبل سر از چی؟
One or two blankets could not help a family which has 16 members.
Well, they claim they're not getting enough aid, and what their version of what they're getting versus what the UN says they've been getting are very different. But the fact is, they seem to be in pretty bad straits, and this, even though it's quite early in the winter now, this gentleman says his 3-year-old son froze to death 2 nights ago, when it was snowing particularly heavily. So we're going to go to the house of this man who lost his 3-year-old. And then try to see what we can find out there. So his house is further on in, is that it?
It's here.
Okay. So, is he upset about losing his brother?
یو ټاک به وستو تیاری براله بمبار به شروع کی دا نه کته چې دا خوار دي دا غریب دي دا بیچاره دي دا پلانکی دي دا پلانکی دي ګور نو موږ په دغه دلته رالو کابل ته تر هغه ډابوډوب تر هغه بمبار تر هغه جنگ چې په دا واوري کې موږ مړ شو لا پښه.
I was really surprised that there was a death, and I was skeptical that perhaps it was just a child who's already sick. But the 6-year-old, I think, was telling the truth, that he saw his brother succumb to cold, and then they couldn't get warm. I mean, the family story does check out. It does look like there's been another death, despite all the efforts that have been made to prevent this from happening. And also, the other worrisome thing is it's very early in the winter. Although the weather's been very extreme the last couple of days, it hasn't been, is that right, Jawad? It hasn't been that bad a winter yet. And there's 35,000 people in camps like this scattered around Kabul, in all, something like, I think there's 44 camps inside the city and more than 50 if you count camps in the local area.
اینجا با ما جای جور کنه در مردم هر کم که در مردم پروژه جور کنه کس رفته نمیتونه یا مردم همینجا تمام میشه میکشه.
همین سیمینار چه وقت بود؟
سینما با وقت گرمی بود.
Sharif, let you walk backwards.
او د څه خبره ده چې ان شاء الله دا تخپل د ویني چې د خلک غلط د غلط باندې
14 little kids of 2 widows who were married to brothers who were killed in a bombardment. They just arrived 6 months ago from Helmand, and they are all sharing this one-room hut you can see here. They have no stove, no fireplace, no wood, and the youngest one is 8 months old. And I think they're very vulnerable. They don't have enough blankets for a start.
نو دغه دی او څنګه دی بیاخته دی
و خود یخشته ګرځ شپه یخته دا کمپاله شی بل مسلمان مشترک کړی هغه پراته بل شی نه لري یا ژړ لنه رمیږي له ژرام څه بل ته ژړ خوب نسه.
Well, sadly, it looks like I was wrong. There are going to be kids dying in these camps. And it's easy to see why. They got a delivery of charcoal to every family a couple weeks ago, and we didn't find any of it in evidence. What we did find was a lot of people scrounging for whatever fuel they could find, like this little girl with her plastic soda bottle who's burning it in a dish to keep her fingers warm.